This is the...
Wow.
I messed that up.
Jeez Louise.
What up, bros? This is the All Bros podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we got a pretty decent number of things to talk about. We got some new Office Pops coming out. Some Peanuts, or a Peanut movie, or Peanut blah, 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 Peanut Pop to come out. We also have 2 new trailers that we're going to discuss. And then after that, we are going to get into what turned into a listener recasting Dreamcast.
Yep.
Yeah, we were going to recast a movie that we thought was perfect, but we got so many responses that we are just going to turn it into a dedication episode to you guys. So yeah, that's what you guys have to look forward to. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Every day, we're surrounded by media. Books, movies, art, music, games, apps, podcasts, etc., etc. With this constant bombardment, it's easy to miss great media gems in the chaos. But fret not, you've come to the right place, my friend. I'm Jason, and I love media. I invite you to check out the Mixed Media Forest podcast, the podcast where I trudge through the forests of media to find hidden gems for you, the listener. Every episode of Mixed Media Forest is chock full of fun, reviews, nostalgia, positivity, news, rants, stories, and recommendations about all things media. Again, that's the Mixed Media Forest podcast, created on Anchor Podcasting app and available everywhere fine podcasts can be found. Give it a listen. It's what all the cool kids are doing.
All right, first off in Adventures in Hunting, getting straight into pop figures, we have a new line of the Office Pops coming out. So I don't know these ones as well as you might, because I haven't watched The Office all the way through, so I will let you take it from here.
So I actually had to look up a couple of these, at least the exclusives, because I was just like, who the hell are these people? Anyway, so when it comes to commons, we'll be getting Jan in her dinner attire. What is she holding? I know she's holding a candle and a glass of wine. I don't know if you've seen that episode at all.
Nope.
Okay. We'll be getting a pop of, I love this, the Scranton Strangler. I think it's Dwight dresses the Scranton Strangler. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. And then we'll have Michael in a straitjacket. I think this is when he's like practicing his magic. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like an escape act?
Yeah, act. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. And then I actually had to look who this character was. It's too early in the morning.
Yeah, we're switching some things today.
You can tell it's really affecting us. At least for me it is. Just kidding. So this one is oh my gosh. Okay, so it's Jim, and it's him when he kind of does like the comb over, like the high comb over. He doesn't have like his hair pushed down, so it like threw me off. So I'm like, who the hell is this? But yeah, so it's Jim, and it has him holding the 6 days since our last nonsense sign. It's pretty funny. And then when it comes to exclusives, we have Michael in. See, I didn't even know this was Michael. I thought it was a character from when Michael met Michael from the UK version of The Office. That's what I thought it was. But no, so it's Michael in a fat suit.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget. He has like a certain character name for it. I forget. And then Kevin with his toupee and wearing Kleenexes on his feet. This is for, I believe this was for Pam and Jim's wedding. And then sorry. So the Michael in the fat suit will be a GameStop exclusive. And then Kevin with the Kleenex boxes will be box lunch. And then I hate this is a Go Calendar exclusive. It's Michael Scarn. Have you seen that episode?
I have not, but I think I know that the meme from that.
Okay, so, like he makes up his own James Bond film, and it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the Funko Shop exclusive will be Dwight dressed as Pam.
The shit?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I forget what episode that's from, and then the last one is an FYE exclusive, which will be of Michael and Dwight as the Scranton Boys.
Oh my gosh.
It's so fantastic. And I think that's actually up for pre-order already. Oh, it's actually available already. Really?
Jeez.
Holy shit. I just want to double check. Oh, and I can't find the page, apparently. I guess it's sold out.
Damn.
Did it? No, it's available. Okay, no, it's available for pre-order. Or is it available? I don't know. It's telling me the page isn't available. I'm so confused. Anyway, after that, we have a new Peanuts Pop coming out. And that will be of a classic scene for, like, literally every Peanuts special. It opened the Peanuts movie, I think, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah. It is Snoopy laying on his doghouse with Woodstock in the doorway.
That is so cool.
I know, right?
That is so cool.
It better not be a freaking exclusive.
I hope not, because that's one I would definitely want.
Oh, thank goodness it's not.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I love that figure. Like, it's so good. Ugh. Like, I can't get over how amazing it is.
It is so...
The only thing that I feel could have made it better, the only thing, and this is just a minor thing, is if they would have put Woodstock on top of Snoopy's stomach.
Oh, yeah, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, but still, this is an amazing pop.
Yeah, it is.
And I have such a love for Snoopy and Woodstock. This might be one I grab.
I feel you will. And if you don't, well then, if you get it for a Christmas present, don't be shocked. just saying.
Yeah. So that is everything we have in Adventures in Hunting. Moving on to this week's sneak peeks, we have 2 movies that we're going to be talking about. 2 new trailers. So the first one is a Netflix movie featuring Tom Holland and a bunch of other people. Called
don't even mention their names.
The Devil All the Time. Well, I can list them all off. It could be forever.
Well, come on. Just name a couple.
Sebastian Stan and Robert Pattinson.
Okay. Okay. See, that works for me.
Yeah, so it's called The Devil All the Time, and it's kind of confusing what the story is.
Okay,
a little bit.
I'm not the only one that was confused.
Yeah, it seems like so Tom Holland plays a kid that is gifted his father's gun.
That was his grandfather's. Or was it his father's?
No, it was his father's.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so his father's gun, and then it's like becoming some sort of religious vigilante.
Yeah, and then he confronts Robert Pattinson about being the worst preacher or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then it
I'm
looks
so
like
confused.
It's a little confusing. I hope it's a Netflix one, so I'm probably going to watch it just because Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson and Sebastian Stan.
And, what's his name? He was, I forget his name. He was in, like, Terminator Salvation, I think.
John Connor?
Yeah. I think that's his name.
Sure.
I forget. He was in The New Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this movie. I seriously could not list them all. Like, I'm just like, oh, she's in this? Oh, He's in this?
What?
Yeah. It's a confusing story. Like this trailer
Seriously
wasn't
is.
super well put together.
No, it was not.
Like I feel like this would make sense if you knew what the movie was about already.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's kind of for
I'm
something we
so
know nothing
lost.
about. It's confusing. It doesn't really make me want to watch it. It's mostly the cast.
That's fair. Yeah. Can you imagine though if the movie was just as confusing as the trailer, if not worse?
That'd suck. Yeah, so that's The Devil All the Time, and then the next movie, it's going to be coming to theaters. Maybe
sometime. Well, I mean, The New Mutants is supposed to release the 28th of this month.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Tickets are supposed to go on sale this coming week, so we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. So then the next movie we got is The War with Grandpa, which looks hilarious.
This looks like a really fun movie, and I feel a lot of us need this right now. Just a fun family movie.
Yeah. So this is starring Robert De Niro and a couple other people. Like the only other one I recognized was Uma Thurman.
Seriously, that's the only other one you recognized? You didn't recognize Christopher
Well,
Walken?
okay. Well, I'm talking about in their family.
Oh, okay.
No, but it had like Christopher Waltz. Nope, that wasn't it.
That's a fail point right there.
Fine.
That is a fail point if I've ever heard one.
I'll take a fail point.
Wow.
Gosh, what?
Christopher Walken?
That's it. I'm like, it's
wow.
It's something. Yeah, so Christopher Walken.
Cheech Marin.
Yeah, Cheech Marin.
That's all I got.
Yeah, a few other guys in it. But this is about a grandfather who moves in with his daughter and takes over his grandson's room. And it's a fight to get the room back. And it is freaking hilarious.
Really hilarious. I didn't think I'd see Robert De Niro in this kind of role. I mean, or at least...
Well, you saw him in, like, Dirty Grandpa.
That's
or
true.
Not Dirty Grandpa. Was it Dirty Grandpa?
I think... I never saw that movie. I didn't think I'd see him in another role like this after, like, Meet the Fockers or, like, Meet the Parents. So the fact that he's coming back to family movies is awesome.
Yeah. That's super cool.
But I don't know if I would consider those family movies at the same time.
They're older family movies.
Okay, there we go. I like that.
So, like, if all your kids are teenagers.
There we go. I like that.
Yeah, it's like once you get to the point where you don't have to explain the jokes to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just like a bunch of like different hijinks of each of them like setting each other up for different stuff, like doing just crazy shit, disassembling stuff, and they got creative with how
They really did.
They did all this. Like disassembling their furniture, their beds, and one where he's leaning up against a door and then it comes off its hinges.
Oh.
And just a bunch of other shit like that. Like that stuff's funny to me.
Oh yeah, I think same.
Like I feel like it's lowbrow humor, but
it makes me laugh, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, we don't care.
Exactly. Our standards are very low when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a tad. All right, so 1 out of 10 with these movies.
Considering I still don't know what the hell is going on with The Devil All the Time, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10.
A 7?
Yeah.
That's still freaking high.
Oh, okay. And then The War with Grandpa, I'm going 8.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on War with Grandpa. I'm about an 8.
Okay.
The Devil All the Time, though, seriously, the only thing that's got me excited about this movie is the cast.
Fair.
I don't understand the story at all.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
Yeah, so I'm going like 4 or 5.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's just like if it was coming to theaters, it'd be lower.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it's just like I need to understand the story before I go in. At least give me an idea of what the story's going to be. This one I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it was seriously gifted the gun and then got into a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole preaching shit with Robert Pattinson, that just threw me through a loop.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
so confused.
it would have made more sense if you could have shown little bits and pieces of maybe this preacher is corrupting the, like, what do you call that? Basically, if he's just corrupting everyone.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. And maybe, like, this is like his, Tom Holland's character's vigilante, like, need to nip this in the butt kind of situation. But it was just kind of confusing. Like, it kept jumping back to his dad doing stuff.
Yeah,
and him
so
doing
weird.
stuff. And it's just like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah, seriously. I don't know, maybe we need to give this trailer a second watch, but from just the first one, I'm so confused.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's everything in this week's sneak peeks, and I believe that covers everything in our news.
Yes.
So with that, we can move on to our main event of the evening.
Time for the main event. It's main event time. Let's play a game.
Alright, for this week's main event of the evening, we are going to be recasting all of the movies that were sent to us. So we posted the question of the week saying what movies should not be recast or remade. And then we added on top of that, we will be recasting these movies.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I accidentally gave us a shit ton of work to do, but frickin' worth it.
Yes,
Because this
absolutely.
is actually a really fun challenge. So I'm going to go through the responses first and foremost. So I'm just going to go through the responses, talk about everything that we got from everyone. And then I made a list of all the movies that were sent to us. And then we'll go through each of those and break it down. Because there were some repeat movies and some... Yeah, there was a decent amount of repeat movies. So, starting off, the first response we got is from Twitter. I will let you know when we get to Instagram. It's going to be a minute. So the first one is coming from Mike at Newfie Mike. He said, Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, and Smokey and the Bandit. Which we actually just recently watched all of the Bill and Teds.
We did.
Or both the Bill and Teds.
Yeah. And very, very excited for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah. I loved Smokey and the Bandit as a kid.
Never seen it.
And Back to the Future, you have not seen either.
Nope. Not one. I know. Everyone boo me right now.
Yeah. Dude, Untrained I pointed it out last week. Your knowledge base is so confusing. Like someone that's like someone that's like a bigger name, you're just like, who's that? And then you're just like, oh, I know this random person from this super obscure movie.
Oh shit.
Oh. Yeah, so we will be recasting those later. The Nerdcore at the Nerdcore _ said Akira. And neither of us have seen Akira.
No, so kind of going off on a limb here, we'll see what you think.
Yeah. So, sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies, well, not a lot. A decent amount of these movies we have not seen. So
Please don't kill us if you don't think that they fit.
yeah. And we'll let you know which ones. Next up, we got the Screen Forum podcast at Screen Forum Pod. He said, there are movies that can't and must not be remade due to the culture of the time period. Example, American Graffiti. And you're absolutely correct. There
Yeah.
are movies that must not be remade, but we did.
You're welcome.
Yeah, hopefully we did a good job. Again, American Graffiti is one that we haven't seen. At Untrained Eye Pod, so the Untrained Eye podcast, said Back to the Future. So hopefully you guys like our casting. Moving on, next is It's a Musical Podcast at It's a Musical Pod. Said, personally, I don't think Back to the Future should ever be remade. We absolutely agree. It's perfect. My other answer is Die Hard. Yes, we have bad sequels, but I don't want to see a recast John McClane and remake/reboot of that world.
No, I said the same thing about Ghostbusters, but here we are. I don't hate the 2016 Ghostbusters, but I'm just saying there was no point in it being rebooted or remade, whatever. No, it was more of a reboot, but still.
Yeah, they could have easily just continued the story.
They really could have. But at least we're getting that with Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Fair enough. Next up, we got at Breaker6696. They said Heat and Last of the Mohicans.
Okay, I haven't seen either, but I just want to point out, whenever someone says Heat, the first movie I think of is The Heat with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock.
Dude, that's what I thought too until I looked it up. I was like, oh, this is a different movie.
Which, honestly, that one would actually be fun to recast. Thinking of two other ladies that would work well together.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, next up we got Film on the Rocks at Film on the Rocks. They said, I'm assuming it was Jaws that they said. They posted a GIF of something I'm assuming was from Jaws.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like Lake Placid or 47 meters down?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why, but my first thought when I saw it was Forrest Gump. But
Was there even a shark in that movie?
no, there wasn't a shark. It was
Oh.
just one of the actors.
Oh, okay.
So I assume it was Jaws. I'm really hoping it was Jaws. So let us know if it was actually Jaws.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of my favorite meme that someone's ever done for Forrest Gump. It's when, you know, like Pennywise does like the hand wave, and then it has Forrest Gump waving back at him
On the shrimp boat.
Yeah. For some reason, that one just kills me every time.
Next up, we got Kyle Kesselring at Diley Teacher. They gave us two answers: Casablanca and Breakfast Club.
I'm gonna kick Caleb for not seeing Casablanca, but I can't kick him for Breakfast Club because I haven't seen that either. And I have it.
I need to find somewhere to watch Casablanca because it's one of those movies that I feel I need to see.
Unfortunately, the Blu-ray that I have did not come with a digital copy. I'm sorry.
Lame.
Well, it's an old-ass movie. What do you expect?
All right. Next up, we got Kyle and Nick on Film at KN on Film. They said Shawshank Redemption. It's pretty darn close to the source material, and it works as well as it possibly could. Nothing could be improved by a remake.
Bet. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not super thrilled with my recast. Well, I enjoy it to a point, but I'm absolutely agree. I watched Shawshank about maybe a couple months ago, and I freaking loved the movie. I don't know why I was putting it off watching it for so long, but I loved it.
We just suck at watching classical movies.
Yeah. What were they thinking at WWTT Podcast, said Casablanca. They tried once with Ashton Kutcher and Madonna. No lie.
What?
Yeah. Apparently that's a thing.
Was it still called Casablanca, or was it?
I'm assuming so. Yeah, look it up. See if that's like a real thing.
If it is, I gotta see it. Casablanca remake. You said Ashton Kutcher, right?
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher and Madonna.
If I could spell, that'd be nice. Ashton Kutcher. Not seeing it. All I'm seeing is it says, back in the early 2000s, Madonna wanted to remake Casablanca with her obviously playing Lisa Lund, and she wanted Ashton Kutcher as the role of Rick Blaine. But it doesn't say, like... Oh,
well, they did say they tried once. So maybe it was just...
Oh, they try... Oh, yeah. It says Madonna... Okay, sorry. I thought it actually did get made.
Yeah, so...
Damn it, I would have loved
we
to
are
see that.
so glad that did not happen. I haven't
kinda
even
wanna see
seen
it.
Casablanca, and I know that would have been a bad idea.
It's a masterpiece. Just putting that out there.
I know. I want to
So
watch
good.
it. All right, next up we got Shoot the Flick. At Shoot the Flick, they said Star Wars, the entire franchise. Have fun.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay with just the Skywalker saga. Sorry, we ain't doing the Clone Wars.
Oh, good hell. Well, the franchise. I don't think the shows count in the franchise.
Well, technically there is a Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, there is, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever, they can voice act.
Oh shit, and we forgot like Rogue One, Solo.
No, we didn't. We could still... Shit.
I'll forget. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we did the Skywalker saga.
We feel that's what you should do.
Yeah. The only ones we didn't cast are the ones that are maybe easily replaceable. Not easily replaceable. Like, we didn't do Chewbacca, because I feel like you could just get someone who can make Wookiee noises.
True.
And we did not do, like, R2-D2, because robots.
I feel we could have done C-3PO, but...
Yeah.
Can we just bring back Anthony Daniels?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Why not?
Cool. Sweet.
Okay, moving on. We got Cinematic Adventures at Sin Adventure Pod. They said The Matrix, The Godfather, and The Avengers.
All were very hard.
So hard. So, I haven't seen The Godfather.
I haven't either.
And yeah, so it was a little difficult to cast. I feel like my answers will change once I see the movie.
I feel it would have been interesting if we had to recast The Godfather Part 3. I've heard that movie is terrible.
Yeah.
When the Muppets make fun of your sequel in a song, you know there's something wrong with it.
All right, next up we got, I'm assuming, okay, it says Brain at, okay, if your name is Brian, I'm sorry, I might have mild dyslexia. So it says Brain at GiantsBrain75. He said Cool Hand Luke, which we have not seen.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah. Next up we got thecraggus.com at thecraggus. He said A Star Is Born. So this would be if we remade it, this would be the 5th remake of this movie. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this one we took some artistic liberties on. So hopefully you enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Emma Wallace at Emma K. Wall. She said Home Alone and Pulp Fiction.
We had a lot of fun with the Home Alone, I feel.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction was
totally
fun, too.
Yeah, next up we got Tommy at Dead Bars 2, who tried to screw us up real bad. He said every Disney animated film. So, yay.
We didn't get all of them, sorry.
No, we did. We're cheating on some.
Okay, true. That's a good point.
So...
And you did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you didn't specify if it was only hand-drawn Disney animation or just CGI. So we're doing both. I hope you're cool with that.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Mark at Surfboy1973. He said any film from the 80s. So we didn't get like a specification from that. So we're not doing every film from the 80s.
I feel each of us could have picked one, but whatever.
Well, we have a few movies from the 80s,
that's
so...
true. Very good point.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Instagram.
I think you didn't you miss one?
No.
Sean, Thoughtful Sean.
What? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, so sticking on Twitter, Sean at Thoughtful Sean gave us Training Day.
Caleb.
I'm sorry, I told you, I'm mildly dyslexic. Yeah. Have not seen Training Day, but I had a real fun time casting this one. Okay, moving on to Instagram. We have Daniel at Encinas666. He said Justice League. And this one was a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully you guys like our castings, like even a little bit. Next up we got Rye Smile Films at Rye_Smile_Films. They said Back to the Future, The Godfather, and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Good choices.
Hell yeah. Next up we got Jason Lampro at Jason Lampro Podcasts. He said The Princess Bride. This one was a bit of a bitch too. I love this movie, and yeah, super difficult to recast, but I think I may have nailed it.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah. All right, next up we got David Tabachnik at David_Tabachnik. He said Silence of the Lambs.
I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, that one was oof. We hope we can't wait to get into it. Next up we got Nentai at Nentai.
Did you miss one again?
No.
Are you sure? Did you already do John Not Gonna?
Gosh damn it. Okay,
Gosh,
I'll get back to it. Nentai at Nentai said none. Everything is remakeable. And that is hard to argue.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Next up we got John Not Goodman at John Not Goodman. He said Shawshank Redemption.
I love your name so much.
Yeah, he actually also DM'd us with his casting for Star Wars.
I saw that.
Yeah, so we might read that off
Yeah,
when we get to Star Wars.
honestly.
Yeah, next up we got Nelrup? At Nelrup?
Nellerup? I don't know.
Yeah, probably Nellerup. So at Nellerup said Twilight. Ooh, which we did not cast.
It's perfect.
Yet.
The casting is perfect. No question about it.
Yeah, that one we'll do off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just so you can see our
How
or hear our process.
Yeah.
And then lastly, our good friends at the Friday Night Movies at Friday Night Movie responded with Back to the Future.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of Back to the Futures. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's a good movie.
It is. Well, actually, I wouldn't know. Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, so that is all the responses we got. Now we are going to go through each of the movies that we were given and kind of give a little explanation of maybe just like a quick little thing of why we chose who we chose for these movies. So starting off, Back to the Future. So I actually handled this one.
You did.
So I cast Kurt Russell as Doc Brown, and I know that it would be a different type of Doc Brown, but I would want him to bring in the type of energy that he brought into the Christmas Chronicles, which is on Netflix. Great movie. But that level of enthusiasm and energy, I think, would fit pretty well with Doc Brown. And then for Marty, I was about to say Morty. And for Marty, I chose Jack Dylan Grazer, who you would recognize from Shazam. He played Freddy.
Yep.
And he was in the It movies as well.
Yes, he was. Yeah. And weren't we actually given guidelines for this one? We could not cast Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.
Yes. because of the untrained eye, they told us that we could not cheat and use Robert Downey and Tom Holland. So this is what you get.
Yeah. It's the best we got.
Yeah. This would definitely be a different type of movie.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Marty would be a lot more wisecracking.
It's true.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could have a lot of fun with this movie with those two.
You really could.
All right, next up we got the Bill and Ted series. So this one, we gender bent because we couldn't think of good, like, stoner actors that are younger.
Yeah.
So we went with Awkwafina and Harley Quinn Smith.
I just want to hear Awkwafina say, dude, and be excellent to each other. Oh, and also party on, dudes.
Yeah. Like, I would love that. And, like, so she's in Tusk and, like, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. But Harley Quinn Smith is Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yes.
And I feel she could pull off the stoner
Oh, yeah.
role
From
really
what
well.
I've seen, I've only seen very little of her. But yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, so Awkwafina and Harley Quinn Smith are our Bill and Ted.
Yep.
Moving on to Smokey and the Bandit. This one was difficult.
Considering I've never seen the show.
Yeah, so you kind of have to, like, with Smokey and the Bandit, you have to have someone that's cool, calm, and collected, but, like, can do some crazy shit. So, I cast Daniel Craig as the Bandit. We're kind of bring in a little James Bond mixed with his role in Knives Out. I think would be pretty good.
Doesn't he kind of like go a little crazy in Logan Lucky? So doesn't that
Yes.
that kind of works?
So
well?
yeah, a mixture of Logan Lucky, Knives Out, and James Bond.
Bam, I like it.
Yeah, and so I tried to think of someone better to cast, but I couldn't think of anyone. I cast Rachel Weisz as Carrie, so the role that Sally Fields had, and I think you could have some really good chemistry between the two since they're married in real life.
Yeah, right? That's just perfect.
Yeah. And for Cletus, we cast Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
So he's the truck driver, and I think you could have some real fun
really
with him.
could. I feel Steve Zahn is an underrated actor, I feel.
Oh, he definitely is. Yeah, so yeah, freaking love it. All right, next up we got Akira, which, like we said, neither of us have seen.
Sorry.
So we cast Kang Ho Song, who was in Parasite. Was he?
He was the dad.
The dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dad in Parasite. And
I hope that's good.
I hope that's good.
We'll see.
Yeah, let us know, like,
Yeah.
if we what you think of our casting of the movies we were given. DM us, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Moving on to Rear Window, which you have seen.
I have. Only once, though. I watched it in my Drama 3 class in high school. And going off from what I remember about the movie, I really think Leonardo DiCaprio would be a good choice for the main gentleman. I don't know if I would want to like maybe go back to the future. Wait, no, back to the present, back to the past. Wow. And like maybe if I wanted to shoot this when he was like a little younger, but I don't know. At the same time, I feel like it honestly might work a lot better with how old he is now.
Yeah.
But that's who I would choose for the main guy in Rear Window.
Next up, we got Psycho. And I have not seen the original Psycho.
Neither have I,
But
unfortunately.
I do know, and this is kind of giving a spoiler onto who I cast. I know Jamie Lee Curtis's mother was in this movie.
So he cheated.
What?
You cheated.
I cheated.
I'm just kidding.
So I actually cast, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis and Christian Bale.
Which is honestly kind of funny because he was the main guy in American Psycho.
Which is a weird movie.
That's very weird.
Yeah.
But a good movie.
Yeah, but I think he could pull that role off.
Oh, definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Next up, we got American Graffiti. So we haven't seen American Graffiti, but we were able to kind of get an idea of what it was about. So I think we collectively chose this one. We did Tom Holland as Kurt, Dylan O'Brien as Steve, and Timothy Chalamet as Terry.
Yep.
I don't know the other characters in that. I don't know like who's a big character. We kind of just went off of the synopsis and who they talked about the most.
Yeah.
So we cast those three because I feel like all three of those guys have a really good like greaser type look.
Oh yeah, they do definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that casting. Next up, we got Die Hard. So we have John McClane and Hans Schruber.
Yes, that is.
I hope that's his name.
I think it is. I think that's the name of the villain.
Yeah. So you actually cast this one.
I did. So, when it came to the villain, so Hans Gruber, I want to make sure it is Hans. Yes, yeah, Hans Gruber. Yep.
Hans Gruber.
When it came to Hans Gruber, honestly, I feel it's really hard to replace Alan Rickman, but just because I feel he could play a bad guy so well. So I went with, oh my goodness, where is it? Sorry, Russell Crowe. I'm sorry. So for Hans Gruber, I went with Russell Crowe. I think he would do a fantastic job.
As long as he stays away from accents. I don't think his accents are really. I don't think.
No,
yeah.
Let's not talk about Les Miserables. And then for John McClane, I actually struggled with this, and Caleb recommended a really good one. Daniel Kaluuya, who is best known for Get Out as well as his role in Black Panther.
Yes, I think he would make a really good John McClane.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that is my cast for Die Hard.
Yeah. So, and then I cast Heat. And this one was a little difficult. So I actually cast Michael Angarano as Neil, which Michael Angarano is from, like, he's the movie that most people would know him from, at least our age, is Sky High.
Wait, who was he in that?
He was the main guy.
Oh, shit. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but he's also in, he's been in This Is Us recently. Like, that's the most recent thing I've seen him in. But yeah, so I cast him as Neil, and I cast David Boreanaz as Vincent. So this one was a difficult one to cast because you have to cast Neil. Neil was Robert De Niro.
Oh shit, that's really hard.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's hard. So I think Michael Angarano would be really good. And then David Boreanaz, he's from Bones. He's also, he played Angel in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer and his spin-off show, Angel. I think he's really good, but yeah, I cast him as Lieutenant Vincent Hanna. So I think he would do a really good job. For those of you that, I don't know if we specified this, but we're only casting who we thought was like the main character.
Yeah, sorry, we ain't doing the whole cast.
The whole cast would be super hard.
We'd literally have to do a movie a week.
Yeah. And even that would take forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who I cast for Heat. Next up, we got Last of the Mohicans, which Rose handled.
Yes, and I have never seen this movie, nor have I. Well, I think I've heard of it. I just don't really know what it's about. So, going off the synopsis and seeing what the main guy looked like, who he was actually played by Daniel Bruhl. Wait, no, not Daniel Bruhl. I'm sorry. What's his name? He played Lincoln, or Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln. Shit, if I could spell, that would be nice, wouldn't it? What is his name? Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't know how I forgot that name. So going off of how his presence looked in the film, and considering how amazing of an actor he is, I kind of went out on a limb and cast Joaquin Phoenix as his character Natty. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Natty.
And Joaquin Phoenix does amazing work.
Yes.
So I have no doubt that he would be fantastic in that.
Agreed.
All right. I was in charge of casting Jaws.
Lucky you.
Yeah, this one was super hard. So, I don't know the characters by name. So, we have Matt Hooper, who is the ichthyologist, and the ship captain Quint, and the police chief Martin Brody. So I cast Quint, so the ship captain, as John Malkovich. I think he could pull off a number of ship captain looks.
Definitely.
And he just has like that craziness about him that I think would work really well, especially with someone like talking about his shark.
Yeah.
The police chief, I cast John Hamm, so Martin Brody, I cast John Hamm. I think he has that like police chief look.
He does.
About him.
I agree.
Yeah, and then for kind of comedic relief, I cast Matt Hooper I cast Seth Rogen as Matt Hooper. So the ichthyologist, if that's how you say it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, but I think that those three in a movie would work really well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because you got John Malkovich, who's a little bit more, like, just crazy and a little more serious. John Hamm, who can do both. Mm-hmm. And then Seth Rogen, who's, like I said, he would be comedic relief.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, next up we got Casablanca, which
you did.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, I haven't seen this, so I'm just kind of going off of who I think would do good in kind of like a romantic setting. So I chose Chris Evans as Rick Blaine and Margot Robbie as Ilsa. I think Margot Robbie has, she's done it. I think she can pull off that old-timey 40s, 50s look.
Oh, definitely.
And Chris Evans, I think, is charming enough to pull off something amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this would challenge his acting chops, though.
That's true, it would. And yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah. All right, so next up we got Breakfast Club, that Rose was in charge of.
Yes. So, fortunately, I still have not seen this movie. But I feel hopefully this is a decent cast for the kids. So I chose Haley Steinfeld as Claire, Chloe Grace Moretz as Allison, Dacre Montgomery as John, Joe Curie as Andrew, and then Jacob Batalon as Brian. So
that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think Haley Steinfeld taking over a Molly Ringwald job would be difficult to say the least for her.
But she can do it.
But she could definitely do it.
Haley Steinfeld can do anything.
Yeah. And then, so I know Haley Steinfeld. I know Chloe Grace Moretz. Dacre Montgomery.
So he was in Power Rangers. He played Jason, the Red Ranger.
Okay, perfect. And then Joe Keery.
He's Steve in Stranger Things.
That's a good pick too. And then I Jacob Batalone.
He plays Ned in this new Spider-Man films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig this.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely make something work, right? Like, I think you'd have to do it in like today's day and age.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like you already covered or the Breakfast Club has already covered maybe the stereotypes from that era.
True.
So I think you could do it now.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. All right, so this one I'm super excited for. I cast Shawshank Redemption. So, gosh, this one was so... I had so many different feelings on this one. So I know that... So, this is my thought process. I wanted to have something to kind of tie into the original in some way, shape, or form. Even though, yes, this is a remake, or this would be a remake, I wanted some tie-ins to the original. So, I stuck with Andy being the main focus. Red, I cast with someone I feel can narrate really well. And then the other two people that I covered were, you'll see. So, starting off with Andy, I cast Sam Claflin, who you guys would remember as Fennec from the Hunger Games movie. He was in Catching Fire.
Yes. Yep.
And he was in a little bit of Mockingjay, right?
Well, I think he was in both Part 1 and Part 2. I think.
Was he?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
So Sam Claflin is Andy. My red would be James Spader. I think he could... I love his voice.
Oh, so good.
And I think he's just Shakespearean enough to play off like what the message of Shawshank is. Yeah, so I didn't cast any of the other inmates, but I did cast Captain Hadley, and I'm putting in Winston Duke. I think he is super intimidating looking.
Yes, he is.
He has like a demanding voice. So Winston Duke, if you don't know, he's the father from Us. He also plays M'Baku from Black Panther.
Yep.
And he's amazing.
He is.
And then my tie into the original, the Warden, I cast Clancy Brown. So Clancy Brown actually played Captain Hadley in the original.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so, and I love Clancy Brown's voice. I love his voice. Like, it's so deep.
It is, yeah, from memory, it really is.
Well, he voices Mr. Krabs.
Oh, shit, yeah, okay, yeah, that's hella deep.
Yeah, he does, like, a shit ton of other, like, voice work. But, so he's the type of person I feel does a really good mixture of voice acting and in-person acting.
That's fair.
And I think he could add a little something to the Warden.
I agree.
Especially, like, and in working with Winston Duke, it's just these two intimidating characters.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that duo. All right, next up we got Star Wars. So I'm going to start off with reading off John Not Goodman's castings for Star Wars. So let me just pull those up really quick. All right, so this is his original trilogy castings. Yeah, so he chose for Luke Skywalker Charlie Heaton.
Yes.
Yeah,
I absolutely.
So Charlie Heaton, remind me.
Oh shit! What?
You said yes for someone that you can't like reference the movie he's in.
Okay, I know what he's been in. It's just not coming to my head what the actual name is. So kiss my ass.
Rude.
Oh, Stranger Things. And he's going to be in... he played Jonathan. And then he's
Okay.
in New Mutants.
Okay, I dig it. All right, then Leia Organa. He cast Maisie Williams.
I forget who that is.
She is Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. She is also in New Mutants. She is...
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. All right, next up, Han Solo. He said either Devin Bostick or Taron Egerton.
Devin Bostick. Real. Oh, shit.
So I don't know that name.
That is a throwback. That was, I believe, Ned from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
As Han Solo? That wouldn't be bad.
Let me make sure. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I'm way off. It's Roderick from the first 3 Diary of Wimpy Kids.
Bad look.
No, it's not.
Okay. I can dig it. Chewbacca, he said Derek Mears.
I don't know who that is either. Derek Mears?
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chewbacca, you just have to get the noises correct.
Yeah, true.
All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi, he cast Ian Glenn.
I really suck with actors here.
Yeah, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was in Game of Thrones as well.
Why is everyone in Game of Thrones?
I don't know,
Like,
the same reason like everyone's in a Marvel movie.
All right, fair. All right, I can see it.
Yeah,
Not
I
bad.
think he'd be really good.
Not bad at all.
Simon Pegg is C-3PO.
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Darth Vader, he said Keith David or Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Sorry. I'm a Josh Brolin bitch.
Dude, that isn't even who we cast as Darth Vader.
I know, but I'm just saying that's a good casting choice too.
All right. Yoda, Greg Baldwin.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's one of the Alec Baldwin's brothers.
It does not say. Here we go. Is Greg Baldwin related to Alec Baldwin? He is not related to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait.
So what's he in?
Looks like he was in TMNT, and he was in Avatar: The Legend of Korra and Samurai Jack.
Who did he voice in that? Or in the Avatar?
That's an excellent question. Uncle / as someone. Says Adam, I think.
Let me see. Oh shit, he was Uncle Iroh.
Oh, I was way off.
No, it says Uncle.
Oh.
And then additional voices / Uncle Iroh.
Oh.
That is awesome.
So, you approve of that casting then?
I very much like that casting. Wait, I felt like someone else voiced Iroh though. That's odd. Because it says he was only in 12 episodes.
Did he get replaced? That would suck.
No, but I feel like he was in like a shit ton of the series.
Interesting.
All right. Next up, he did Lando Calrissian. He put O'Shea Jackson Jr. or Lakeith Stanfield, which are both.
I only know about O'Shea Jackson Jr., and that's not bad of a casting choice.
Yeah. So next he said Boba Fett. He said you could pretty much put anyone in there. So he said Jason Momoa. You would have a big ass freaking Boba Fett.
Yeah, you really would.
And then finally his Emperor Palpatine was Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually like that way better than our Palpatine. Our Palpatine's different.
It is, and we hope you like it.
Yeah. Okay. So, getting into. So, thank you, John, not Goodman, for your casting ideas. Getting into our castings for Star Wars. So, we did the 3 characters from. Like, we focused on the 3 main characters from each of the trilogies and the overarching villain from each of those. So, we did Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme, Luke, Han, and Leia, and Rey, Finn, and Poe, as well as Palpatine, Darth Vader, and Kylo Ren. Did we do Kylo Ren? We did not do Kylo Ren.
What? Oh.
Who'd you have? Okay, we'll get to it. So figure out who you used for Kylo.
Okay.
I'll go through the list. So this one we cast together. So starting off with the original, Anakin, Obi-Wan, starting with the prequels, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme. We went with Nicholas Hoult for Anakin. Obviously, it's more like the older Anakin. We went with Luke Evans as Obi-Wan. And we went with Emma Watson for Padme. Yeah, and then so the overarching villain for that series, we feel was Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went with a very different. It's not going to be the high pitched like Joker type Palpatine. It's gonna be more of a calculated, cool, and calm Palpatine.
Yeah.
So we went with Donald Sutherland, who you guys would recognize as President Snow from the Hunger Games.
Yep.
Moving on to the original trilogy. So Luke, Han, and Leia. We went with Miles Teller as Luke. Anthony Ingruber as Han, which he doesn't have a whole lot of roles, but he is a Harrison Ford impersonator. And he actually played a young Harrison Ford in Age of Adeline.
Did a very good job.
He did an excellent job. Like, he nailed the voice down perfectly. And then for Leia, we went with Saoirse Ronan. Kind of wanted to go with someone that you could kind of buy being twins with Miles Teller.
Yeah. Which I feel you definitely could with those two.
Yeah. And then so the overarching villain for that trilogy was Darth Vader. So we cast really the body, it could be whoever. The voice, we went with Jeremy Irons.
It's definitely a big change from Lawrence Fishburne. No, not Lawrence Fishburne.
What the shit are you talking about?
James Earl Jones, I'm sorry. Shit, do you want to count that as a fail point?
Yeah, I'll count that.
Since I got you. Wow, we both got each other in the same episode. When was the last time that happened? Sorry, so James Earl Jones, it's definitely a change in the type of voice, but I feel it could work.
I think it could too, especially if he throws in Scar a little bit.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
Like, I think you could also even go with, like, you know how he was testing. So he was Alfred in Batman vs. Superman, Scar in The Lion King, and he's done a bunch of other work.
Yeah, I forget what else.
But if you remember from Batman v Superman, he was testing the voice changer.
Oh, yes.
You could almost do that voice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think he would make a really good one.
I agree.
Yeah, I have an experiment I want to do afterwards, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
All right, now moving on to the sequel trilogy, Rey, Finn, and Poe. So we went with Florence Pugh as Rey. Then we had some fun with Finn. We actually gender bent Finn and did Amanda Stenberg, which I'm trying to remember what or what we put her in, or what she has been in. So Amanda Stenberg, she has been in The Hate U Give, Darkest Minds. She was also in Hunger Games. She was Rue.
That's where I remember her from.
Yeah, so I think she would make a really good Finn.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And then Poe, we cast Jay Hernandez,
who, at least from what we know, we best know him as El Diablo in the Suicide Squad. Or, sorry, in Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad.
Yes. Yeah, that would be the biggest thing we know him from. He was also the hot dad in Bad Moms.
Oh, yeah. Is that seriously what he's credited as?
Because I'm embarrassed I made that up, I'll say yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was fantastic.
So yeah, that's our Ray, Finn, and Poe, and then the overarching villain in that. I mean, I guess you could say it was also Palpatine, but
No.
It was Kylo Ren.
I want to say, didn't we go with Sam Claflin?
I want to say you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cast Sam Claflin as Kylo Ren
/ Ben Solo.
Ben Solo. I mean, which would kind of make sense if you're thinking like Anthony Ingruber and Saoirse Ronan.
It's true.
Like, I think Sam Claflin has enough similarities and looks to Saoirse.
I agree.
All right, moving on to The Matrix. So we cast... Actually, you cast this one.
Yes. So Caleb recommended someone for Neo for me because...
yeah, you originally went with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And I don't see him in enough action stuff for it to, like, fit well.
That's fair. So Caleb came up with a great suggestion. Chadwick Boseman as Neo. Fantastic choice. And then we got Emma Stone as Trinity, Keith David as Morpheus, and Josh Brolin as Agent Smith.
Josh Brolin would make an amazing Agent Smith.
Right? Oh, love it.
Yeah. Freaking perfect. All right, moving on. I cast The Godfather. I've not seen it, so I'm pretty sure these are going to be garbage castings. But I cast Gary Oldman as Don Vito and Antonio Cupo as Michael. So Michael Corleone.
I feel you can never go wrong with Gary Oldman, so.
Yeah, so Antonio Cupo, he is actually from, like, he does a lot of, like, it looks like Hallmark movies.
Poor thing. Just kidding.
Yeah, like The Christmas Tale and Hats Off to Christmas and Love at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I do.
Oh, gosh.
It's in the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Who did he play?
Let's find out. Model number 2.
I was going to say, if you were going to say he played Pablo, I was going to be like, you asshole for picking that piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Nothing else that's like super notable, but I think he has the look. That's kind of what I was going off of.
Okay.
And then just, you can't go wrong with Gary Oldman.
You really can't. You really can't.
All right, then next up we have a casting that kind of killed us.
Yeah.
This one was difficult.
It's perfect as it is.
Yeah, so we recast the Avengers. So we went with like kind of a younger cast for a lot of these.
Yeah.
So starting off with Tony Stark, we went with Dave Franco.
And he is best known for, let's see, I'd say like 21 Jump Street. He was in The Disaster Artist. Now You See Me.
Yes. So, I mean, he's good. It's just, it's hard to think of a replacement for Robert Downey.
It really is.
But I think
It kills you.
I feel like he could do a good job.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
It would take some work, but I think he could pull it off.
Agreed.
Okay, for our Thor, we went with Joel Edgerton.
Which I think is a fantastic choice.
Yeah, so he is famous for being in Warrior with Tom Hardy. He's also in a few other
I forget what else he's in.
movies.
He's in quite a bit, I feel.
Yeah, but what kind of sold him for Thor was he was in a show where he's a Viking, and he has kind of the long like shaggy hair and decent beard.
Shit, so he was in The Gift alongside Jason not Jason Blum. Shit, what's his name? It's not Jason Sudeikis. Jason Bateman. And then he was also in The Great Gatsby.
That's right.
Who did he play?
He was Tom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tom Buchanan.
Yeah. But, so we saw an image of him with, like, the longer blondish hair.
It
And
works
it,
so well.
yeah, I think you would have to go with a bulkier Thor. Like, kind of how you would imagine Thor looking in Endgame. Not like melted ice cream Thor, but just like if that Thor was fit. Where
Yeah.
he's a little thicker in like the gut area, where he doesn't really have like 6-pack abs, but just where he's a little heftier.
Yeah.
And actually looks like a Viking. I think you could have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
Moving on to our Captain America, I picked Jensen Ackles.
Who's best known for Supernatural.
Yeah, he plays Dean in Supernatural. And I feel like he was up for the role at some point.
Oh, I only know if Chris Evans up for the role.
Well,
The only
what's his face from The Office?
Oh, John Krasinski?
Yeah, John Krasinski was also up for it.
Oh.
He was actually suited up and everything.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, but they ended up going with Chris Evans.
I feel he would just be a better Mr. Fantastic.
He would. If they don't cast him Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, it's going to be bullshit.
Yeah. So anyway, Jensen Ackles, Captain America, I think he has a really good, like, homeboy American look about him.
Yes, absolutely.
And then this one was a difficult one for me. So I originally went with Alan Tudyk for Hulk. And I know I was wrong. I don't want my Hulk to be, like, cartoony. I want him to be taken seriously, kind of have, like, a sad boy vibe to him, a little bit. And I think Mark Ruffalo did an amazing job, but we're recasting this.
Yes.
So I actually went with James McAvoy, mostly because of his work in Split and Glass.
Not only would I love to see his Hulk, I would just love to see his Bruce Banner. Love it.
Oh, and a solo movie with them would be amazing.
Yes.
Like, kind of acting off himself would be, freaking insane. Moving on to Hawkeye. We cast Taron Egerton.
Great choice, but it still kills me.
Yeah, I think he has a really good look.
He does. Honestly, it really screams Clint Barton, especially if you're thinking like of the was it Matt? Not Matt Reeves. Who just wrote the recent Hawkeye comics that like basically like made Hawkeye like one of the most loved simple superheroes, I feel.
I forget.
But I feel if we're talking that kind of Hawkeye, yeah, he's perfect for Clint Barton.
Yeah, and I think you could go with either the one where he has like the longer hair and like the bandages on his nose,
Yeah.
or the Buzz head with like the black suit.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, Taron Egerton could pull off either or.
Yeah. And then moving on to Black Widow. So this one actually came from me.
Yes.
This one, so she is, I mean, her most prominent role is from the Orville on Fox, which is a Seth MacFarlane Star Trek type show. I went with Halston Sage. She has a really good look about her. Like,
when Caleb showed me the picture, it really screams like Russian.
yeah, she kind of has Russian features.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her as a redhead, but she's naturally blonde.
Yeah.
But I think she could pull off like maybe a darker red.
Wasn't
so
Scarlett Johansson naturally blonde?
Yes,
Yeah.
but Scarlett Johansson too. I feel like the red that she's gone with has lightened up a little bit.
That's a good point.
From like how it was originally. I would actually go with
dark as hell in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I would go maybe just a few shades darker with the red than Iron Man 2.
Wouldn't that be like mostly becoming it black?
No, because like you could still see the red. It's just I would go just a little bit dark. That's why I say just a little bit. Let's just tweak the brightness down a hair.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but I think she could pull it off.
I gotta see her in the show, but from just the picture alone, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, well, she plays the security guard for for Seth MacFarlane.
Okay,
and she does a really good job.
Okay, nice.
All right, next up we got Cool Hand Luke. Which neither of us have seen, so you actually cast this one.
Yes, and just from reading the bio and kind of like the physique of Luke, I went with Chris Hemsworth.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have more to say.
Sorry. Kind of just went out on a limb there.
Yeah. All right, next up we got A Star Is Born, which I recast.
Yes.
So, I was thinking back, or I kind of went back and looked at the other Star Is Born movies. It's more like pop, country, classical, like that. Not the vibes are a little different with those movies, or I think they're fairly similar between those. So I wanted to take this in a completely different direction. I wanted to go, even though I'm not a big fan of like hip hop or R&B.
Yeah.
I feel like you could do some really good stuff with that, like a Star Is Born, if it was like R&B and hip hop. So I went with the typical formula of casting a singer with a actor. So I went with Alicia Keys and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
I said it's a really good casting choice.
Yeah, I feel like you could have a lot of fun.
I've only seen O'Shea Jackson Jr. in Straight Outta Compton, but I feel he did an amazing job playing his father.
Yeah, and honestly, I would bring Lin-Manuel Miranda in on this to write.
Okay, I like that.
If not write, at least do the songs.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think he does. Like I said, not a big fan of that type of music. But he does good work with that. So it's an odd position to be in for me. All right, next up we got Home Alone,
which I recast and kind of gender bent. Kevin. So new name is going to be Candace with a K, and I want McKenna Grace to play Kevin, Candace, whatever. And she's best for the most part. I feel when it actually does come out, she'll be best known for Ghostbusters Afterlife. But I have seen her. I know she was like in an episode of Fuller House or a couple episodes. She's been in a couple of other, I think, kid shows. really, really good up-and-coming actress, and I can't wait to see more from her, and I think she would do an amazing job in a role like this. And then for Harry, I cast Patton Oswalt, because I freaking love the guy, and I think when it comes to like having kind of like the temper and like the smart-ass remarks that Harry has towards Marv, I think Patton Oswalt could really pull it off. And then for Marv, I cast Kumail Nanjiani.
I would love to see the banter between those two.
Right?
I feel like that'd be incredible.
Right? So I just want a movie with just those two in it. I would just take that. But so yeah, that's my recasting for Home Alone.
Yeah. So we kind of collaborated with Pulp Fiction.
Sure we did.
So I went with, in the role that Samuel Jackson played, Donald Glover.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the position, or for the role that John Travolta played, I went with Jai Courtney.
Which, fantastic, honestly. Okay, do you want him to grow his hair out, though?
I'm going to say no.
I agree.
I'm going to say, like, with maybe Donald Glover, yes.
Okay.
Like, kind of get some dreads a little bit.
Dreads, you don't want him to have the afro?
I mean, you could do the afro. Like, maybe just how his hair is.
Okay.
Like, you don't necessarily need to do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, if his hair just longer. So,
okay.
like, and then Jai Courtney, I think you can leave.
Just leave his hair alone.
Yeah. But I think you could have some really fun situations with them, especially the diner scenes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I would just love to see those two during that whole car scene.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. All right, next up we got Training Day. So this one I have not seen, but this is Denzel Washington movie, and be hard as shit to recast. So we have Alonzo and Jake. So Jake is kind of the newbie cop learning from Alonzo, who's like a vet. So for Alonzo, I went with Don Cheadle, which perfect. Yeah, I think he's just like that sassy, just like hardcore type person. I love it.
He really is, like, comparing to how he is in like the Marvel movies to how his personality really is, like him and James Rhodes are nothing like each other. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen when they did "'Twas the Mad Titan Thanos," that book that they all read on Jimmy Kimmel, I think?
Yes.
I love when he's just like Groot, Soot. I know it's Suit, but his name isn't. Wait, no. Or yeah, Groot Suit, and he's like, I know his name. I know it's Sut, but his name isn't Grut. Some shit like this. It's like throwing a fit. It's freaking hilarious.
And then for Jake, I kind of cheated. I went with Donald Glover.
I mean, you can never go wrong with Donald Glover.
Yeah, I feel like they could have some good chemistry.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so next we got another difficult casting for us, Justice League. So, I actually cast Superman, Batman, and Flash. You cast Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman.
I feel we kind of collab.
We collabed on Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because Aquaman's difficult.
Yes.
Okay, so, for Superman, I went with Matt Bomer.
What's he from?
He is from... Good question. I know he's in Doom Patrol.
You don't even know?
No, I know him, but I don't know him from anything that you would know him from. Like, I know he's in, like I said, he's in Doom Patrol.
Oh, okay.
He's in Magic Mike, The Nice Guys.
Okay, who did he play in The Nice Guys? Because I have seen that.
I mean,
I've seen Magic Mike too. Or Magic Mike as well.
Let's find out. Apparently he was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, too.
Ooh.
So he played John Boy.
John Boy. Do you have a picture of him?
Yes. 1 second. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that you would know him from. But I'm not seeing anything.
I don't recognize him, but I could definitely see him as Bruce Wayne.
Superman.
Oh, oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Way to freaking jack up my casting, dude.
I'm sorry. Okay, yes, I could definitely see him as a successor to Henry Cavill.
Good hell.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Moving on to Bruce Wayne and Batman, I went with Scott Eastwood.
Okay. I haven't really seen him act a lot, but he's definitely got the look.
I think he does too. Like, I think he's got the build.
Yeah,
at least.
definitely.
You have to darken his hair.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bit more on the blonde side.
Bruce Wayne's kind of a playboy, and, Scott Eastwood is definitely not a bad-looking guy.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got The Flash, and I cast Alexander Ludwig, which I feel like you would know him.
It sounds so familiar.
He is... Oh, shit. He was... Now I remember. He was the... balls. He was the boy from Race to Witch Mountain with The Rock.
Oh, wasn't he
He was in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, as one of the tributes from District 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And he was also in Lone Survivor and Grown Ups 2.
Oh yeah, he was in. Oh yeah, he was David Spade's son in Grown Ups. Yeah, okay, yeah, I could see him as the Flash.
Yeah, because like the Flash, I mean, from what I've seen, he's more of like a tall, blondish looking dude, slim, and he's slim.
Oh yeah, definitely. So really nothing like Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Not that I
well,
like
Ezra Miller has a good like physique for the Flash as well.
That's true.
It's just whenever I imagine the Flash, he's a little taller.
That's fair. Man, I really like Ezra Miller as the Flash. Just got to work on his running.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my Flash.
I like it.
So and then your Wonder Woman and Cyborg.
Yes. So for Wonder Woman, I cast Amelia Clark. And it took Caleb a minute, like he had to toss her out. And he's like, "Okay, I like it."
Like Wonder Woman. I don't know. Like she's. I mean, you could definitely say like a small but fierce, because Amelia Clark's small.
Yes, you're not wrong.
But I think you could do some good stuff with her.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
Way to zone out, dude.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna carry on that. I'm sorry. Next up for my Cyborg, I chose Aldous Hodge, who is best known for his role in The Invisible Man, and the first movie that I saw him in, which is Straight Outta Compton. He played MC Ren.
Yeah, he has a good cyborg look about him.
Right? Oh,
super good.
And he's a great actor.
Yeah,
so.
You would definitely be putting him in the same age range as Batman and Superman, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Which, I mean, might suck, but who cares? Yeah, it's just, yeah, I know like he's supposed to be younger than them, but who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then we collaborated on Aquaman, and we kind of went back to like the classic looking Iron Man. Or Aquaman. I'm stupid. Yeah, we went back to the classic look of Aquaman where he's blonde. But we think that he would look really good as the Aquaman that has like the longer hair, beard, and has the hook for his hand.
Yep.
So we went with Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Or Waldau.
Hell of a name.
Yeah, so he played Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones, and he amazing, blew it out of the water.
I'm gonna just trust your gut in saying he's a good actor because I'm just judging this off the look.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
All right, next up we got Raiders of the Lost Ark, So I only cast Indy and Marion. So for Indy, I went with my choice for Han, Anthony Ingruber. If you guys don't buy it, go watch the young Harrison Ford clip from Age of Adeline. He freaking blows it out of the water. And then for my Marion, I wanted to go with someone that's not so helpless. So I went with Brie Larson.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, freaking love her. Next up, we got The Princess Bride. So this one was also difficult. But, I mean, it works. So for my Wesley, I went with James Roday, who is from Psych. He's also in A Million Little Things. He plays Sean Spencer in Psych.
Okay.
For Buttercup, I went with someone that can play stiff really well. And I don't know if that's what they were going for with Buttercup, but if they were, I'm going with Aubrey Plaza. Because I think you could have some real funny shit with that.
I really can't be mad because that's just too perfect.
Yeah. For Inigo Montoya, I went with David Castaneda, who plays Diego in The Umbrella Academy.
Never seen it. I'm just gonna. I haven't even seen The Princess Bride, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I know people boo me just for just like Back to the Future, but so I'm just gonna trust that he is a good actor.
Yeah, he's okay. And now that okay. So season 2 of The Umbrella Academy, he has longer hair, and I think he could what?
I just don't like guys with longer hair.
Well, that's how Inigo Montoya looks.
Oh, okay.
I think the length that they have it in Umbrella Academy is weird, but I think if you went a little bit longer, and I think he could pull off Inigo Montoya really well.
Okay.
Next up, we got Vizzini, and I went with Fred Savage.
Yes.
I feel like he's funny, and Vizzini is supposed to be pretty funny.
I haven't even seen this movie, and just Fred Savage. Yes.
Yeah, and then his sidekick, Fezzik, was played by Andre the Giant. I'm taking it the completely opposite direction, kind of. I still want him to be giant, but I cast Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Yeah, but CGI him to be big.
Yeah.
To be a giant.
Yeah, I did it with Infinity War, so.
Yeah, I would love that so much. Because it's just like, the bigger the actor you get, it's like the less good they are at it. Because it's like really the only person that I can compare in size to Andre the Giant right now is The Rock. And The Rock would not fit into Fezzik's role.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Peter Dinklage would kill it. Like, I know it's more like a simple role, but you could murder it with Peter Dinklage.
Hey, damn, shit. I love that.
Yeah, and then next up we got Silence of the Lambs, which you cast.
Yes, I did. And so for Hannibal Lecter, I went with Mark Hamill, which I was torn between Mark Hamill and Brad Dourif, but Caleb made the choice easy and was just like, Mark Hamill. Yep. Even though I think Brad Dourif would do good as well, but Mark Hamill. And then for Clarice, I went with Amy Adams.
Hell yeah.
So.
All right, now getting into our Disney animated films. Yeah, thanks,
you did that.
Tommy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go through our list, real quick. So we have a list of all of the Disney animated films. So we're just gonna go down, and whichever ones we cast. So Snow White,
which was me. So, all right. So for Snow White herself, I chose Kristen Bell.
Okay.
I really could not think of who would all play the dwarves, so I kind of was MCU biased here.
Oh, good hell!
Just wait for it. So Doc, Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Sleepy, Paul Rudd.
Okay.
Dopey Tom Holland.
Fair.
Sneezy Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
Anger Chris Hemsworth. Happy Chris Pratt. And Bashful Chris Evans.
Okay.
So
I feel like we could cast those a little bit better.
rude.
But no,
Just
like,
kidding.
if we had more time.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, though. All right, Snow White. So for Snow White herself, I went with Dove Cameron.
Wait, I thought we split this.
We
Wait.
did.
Wait. Well, I thought like you did I thought you did half of the list and then I did the rest.
I did.
You did Snow White?
No, I did Cinderella.
You just said you did Snow White.
Oh, gosh damn it.
I was like,
no,
okay,
sorry.
wait, what?
No, I'm sorry. I did not mean that. I mean Cinderella.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, you're giving me a heart attack here. Shit, I'm going to have to like come up with
Okay,
a casting.
sorry. For Cinderella, I did Dove Cameron.
Okay. Good choice.
For the evil stepmother, Catherine O'Hara.
Yes.
And then for the stepsisters, I went with Zoe Deutsch.
What is she from?
She's the Did you watch Zombieland 2?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Shit. Okay, she's you would recognize the face. You wanted to cast her.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And so I went with her and Bella Thorne.
Yes. Oh, I think Bella Thorne would do a great job.
Yeah. All right, next up we got Sleeping Beauty, which was also me.
Yes.
So I went with Nicola Peltz, who is the daughter from the Transformers movie with Mark Wahlberg.
So Transformers: Age of Extinction, I think.
I believe so,
Yeah.
yes. So I went with her for Aurora.
All right.
And yeah, she's like the main character, I guess.
Yeah.
You could have gone with like the fairies, but
Next up, we got 101 Dalmatians. For Cruella, I did Jamie Lee Curtis.
that is perfect.
Right? Pongo, I did Jeremy Renner.
The voice?
Yeah.
I dig it.
Purdy, Scarlett Johansson.
Little on the nose there, but all right.
Yeah, I know. Horace, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Love it.
And Jasper, Kevin James.
Love it.
Okay.
Honestly, the only one I have an issue with is the Scarlett Johansson one.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Like, honestly, you probably could have done Linda Cardellini. Just to, like...
Shit, that's true. Damn it. Yeah, that's so much better. Okay, I'm changing it. Linda Cardellini.
All right. So next up, I got Lady and the Tramp. So for the Tramp, I went with... Hold on. Okay, so I went with Ian Gruffud, who was Mr. Fantastic in the original Fantastic Four.
Wow, you butchered his name.
What's his name?
It's Lone Gruffid.
Lone Gruffid?
Yeah.
How the hell is that an L?
That's an L.
Doesn't look like one.
It's an L, I promise you. Wow, you butchered that so bad. Oh, shit. I love the choice, but wow.
Whatever.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Fine. So I went with Lone Gruffid for the Tramp, and I am going with Kate Winslet for Lady.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't cast anyone else.
You know, that's fair.
All right, next up, Beauty and the Beast.
All right, so for Belle, I have Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
Beast, I really didn't know who to go with. I went with Ben Affleck. Yeah, I know.
Bad choices.
Shut up. I cheated with Gaston and LeFou just because I think their voices are just perfect, and this is going to be animated. So for Gaston, Luke Evans, who played him in the live-action version, and then LeFou, Josh Gad, who also played him in the live-action version.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I cheated. You're probably gonna hate my choices for the three main not utensils.
So like
like
Cogsworth,
Cogsworth,
and
Lumiere. Okay, so Lumiere, Tom Hanks.
yeah,
Yeah, see, told you. Cogsworth, Patrick Stewart.
that one I don't hate.
Okay.
But I do feel that's cheating because Cogsworth is actually voiced by Ian McKellen.
Yeah, I know. And then Mrs. Potts, I don't know if she would have it in her, but I would just love it. Betty White.
I could get behind that one.
Yes, okay.
But Tom Hanks as Lumiere.
I didn't know what to do, okay?
Okay, let's think this one through. There's got to be a better choice than Tom Hanks.
There's no better choice for anything besides Tom Hanks.
Shit. I'm trying to think of someone that would do a really good, like, French accent. Alright, well, it's your casting.
Okay.
Alright, moving on to Mulan. So for Mulan, I went with Karen Fukuhara, who was in Suicide Squad.
Oh, yes. She played Katana, right?
Yep.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she has, like, singing chops, but
I'm sure she
whatever.
could. We'll see how she does.
Yeah. Alright, next up we got The Jungle Book. Honestly, I only did Bagheera. I don't know another little Indian boy to do for, like, Mowgli. So I just went with Pierce Brosnan as Bagheera.
All right. Fair. Good choice.
Yeah, and then, like, with... I don't know, I mean, I guess you could do Baloo. I think... like, someone with, like, a softer voice. But is, like, also fun. So maybe, like, Dan Stevens would make a really
Ooh.
good
There we
Baloo.
go. I like it.
Alright, next up we got The Lion King. So this one...
Let's see how
Yeah.
you did.
Okay, so I'm still on the fence, but either Ian McKellen or Liam Neeson as Mufasa.
In my opinion, I would go with Liam Neeson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so Liam Neeson as Mufasa. Tom Hiddleston as Simba.
Yes. Okay.
Seth Green as Timon.
Yes.
And Zach Galifianakis as Pumbaa.
Gosh, you son of a bitch, you nailed those two. Those are fantastic, especially Seth Green as Timon.
Yeah, I actually really liked Timon in the
Live action.
the remake.
Yeah.
I love that voice.
Yes, I do too.
But recasting, have to go with Seth Green. I think he'd freaking nail it.
I completely agree.
All right, next up we got Dumbo.
Which we cheated. And
Didn't, because Dumbo and the main characters don't have a voice.
that's true. So that's how we're doing Dumbo.
Dee-dee-dee-doo. All right, next up we got Tangled.
And that was me, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Rapunzel, I chose Idina Menzel.
You cheating bastard.
I know.
You can't just take... You hooker.
I so can. Flynn, I chose Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay.
And then for Mother Gothel, Laura Dern.
Laura Dern.
Yeah.
What is she from?
The first Jurassic Park, she was... she played the mother in Little Women.
Okay. All right. I don't really care for your Flynn, but...
Rude. I'm just kidding. I see how it is.
All right, next up we got Wreck-It Ralph, which is also you.
Yes, so for Ralph, I got Jack Black.
Okay, I dig it.
And then for Vanellope, Brie Larson. I feel that might be hard just a little bit, but I feel it could work.
You could, like... Personally, I would have gone with, like, Tara Strong.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, just that voice acting, and I, like, kind of pull in her Harley Quinn and Bubbles voice a little bit.
Okay. Shit, yeah, I like that a lot better.
All right, next up we got Princess and the Frog. Okay, so I was originally, if she was a little bit younger, I would have gone with Kerry Washington, but I couldn't. So I went with Jada Iman Benjamin.
Okay, and who's she? Where is she from?
All right, 1 second.
And Caleb, it is really not your day because you forgot one.
What?
You forgot Frozen.
I didn't do I thought you did Frozen.
No, you
No, I did Frozen.
You did? No, you didn't.
Oh, I skipped Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, she's not in anything that you would know.
Oh. I'm just going to trust your gut then that she would do a great job.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I would do her and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
I think he could play cocky enough.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, moving back up to Frozen. I went with Lily James as Elsa.
Ooh.
So
okay.
Lily James actually played Cinderella in the live action.
Yes, and she was really good.
Yeah.
I like
And
that choice.
for Anna, I went with Dakota Johnson.
Ooh, okay.
Who you would know from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. But we don't talk about that movie here.
Yeah, but I think whether you did voice or live action, they would be good fits.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, the Princess and the Frog, Moana.
Okay, I really would just honestly keep the casting as it is, but
Because cheater.
No, I did recast it. I feel people are gonna hate me for this.
Let's hear it.
For Moana, Tessa Thompson.
She's a little older, but okay.
Everyone's gonna hate me for Maui. Kevin Hart.
Oh,
Told ya.
ah,
Oh shit.
for shame.
Yeah, told ya.
All right, next up we got Zootopia.
So for Zootopia, for Nick Wilde, Tom Hiddleston.
Fair.
For Judy, I put Joan Cusack. I really didn't know who to.
I don't hate that.
Okay.
But okay.
And those are the only two I did.
The only two?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up we got Little Mermaid.
So for Ariel, I chose Karen Gillan.
Okay.
Flounder, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
Sebastian, Michael Pena. I told you I'm not that good at this.
No, you're not.
And then Ursula, Margot Robbie.
What?
I don't know.
What the hell is wrong with you?
A lot. Oh.
Gosh, we should have started with this one. Because I felt like we ended on a high note with the other ones.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry.
All right, next up we got Aladdin. So I got this one. So for Aladdin, I went with Avon Jogia, who you would know as Beck from Victorious.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay, I really like that.
Yeah, and for Jasmine, I went with Sophia Boutella.
Sounds really familiar.
So she was in The Mummy
Okay.
as the Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Okay. What else was she in?
She was in The Kingsman,
Anything else?
Star Trek Beyond.
Anything else?
I'm
seeing her face. I'm just trying to remember her acting chops.
Atomic Blonde.
I unfortunately still have not seen that. I want to.
I think you'd recognize her face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I could see her.
Yeah.
Didn't want to set foot in the genie territory.
Genie is hard.
That's fair.
Because you need someone like... Because, again, you're replacing Robin Williams.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I would want to go that route
All right, fair.
of of replacing Robin Williams.
Yeah.
So personally, if I were to do that, I would try and get another comedian.
Okay.
So I would probably cast Genie or do Gabriel Iglesias.
I don't hate that, actually.
Yeah,
That's
because I
not
think
bad.
Robin Williams, he was just a very distinct character.
It's true. It's
So
very true.
if you did Gabriel Iglesias, he's also a very distinct character.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think you could have a lot of fun with that. He would just have to make it his own, not try to do what Will Smith did and copy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my Aladdin casting. So next we got Bambi, which I cheated, and it would be a completely silent film. It'd be like Lion King, just CGI and no talking.
Which I don't hate. I feel it could actually work in Bambi's favor.
I feel it good too. All right, next up we got Lilo and Stitch.
All right, so I feel for this one, just because of the actress I cast as Lilo would kind of need to take place a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I cast Abby Fortson.
What's she from?
From Ant-Man. She played Scott's daughter.
I don't hate that.
Okay. You can't really cast Stitch, I feel.
Alan Tudyk.
Gosh damn it. Okay, yeah.
Dude, anytime I'm like, who would be a good fit? I'm like, Alan Tudyk.
Alright, okay. Alan Tudyk is Stitch. As Nani, Alihi Cravalho.
Where's she from?
She was actually the voice of Moana.
Okay, I like that.
And then for Bubbles, Samuel Jackson.
Nailed it.
Yep. Right?
All right, and then lastly, Pinocchio.
All right, so for Pinocchio, I went with Jacob Tremblay as the puppet himself.
Okay.
And then for Jiminy Cricket, so random, Tim Allen.
That is a deep-ass voice coming from a cricket.
I know it is.
You know what? You could throw Tom Hanks in there.
Ooh, it's like as
Jiminy.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, you gave me my Tom Hanks role. Thank you.
Yeah, since your other one sucked.
Shut up. Well, do you want Tim Allen as Lumiere?
Hell no. Yeah, so that is all of our recastings of everything that you guys sent us. Oh, we had so much fun doing this.
This was a blast.
Yeah, freaking loved it. Let us know what you thought of our castings. Let us know if they were shit or if they were kind of good. Like, just let us know what you thought. Like, we would love to hear from you guys about all of these.
Like Caleb said, we didn't really end on a high note.
No, we didn't.
I'm sorry, I tried. Okay.
So, if you liked this episode, want to hear more of our stuff, you can follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, everywhere. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/theallbros, Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is @theallbros. DM us with episode ideas, want to answer our question of the week, or if you would like to join us, we would love to have anyone on with us. You can also email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com, as well as check out our website, which is tinyurl.com/theallbros, where you can find links to all of the stuff that we do, as well as our merch store, which is on TeePublic. This episode is not going to have an episode art, unfortunately. Or not. It's not going to have a t-shirt.
Damn it.
So, yeah, you can go find that at tpublic.com/user/theallbroschannel, or like I said, go check the link on our website. We would love to hear from you guys. Next week, we will be breaking down Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
And we will have a special guest with us as well.
Woo, woo.
Hopefully. If we don't, we're going to be doing another movie, and we will be waiting to have a special guest with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
But more than likely, that's going to be the one that we're doing next week. So, with that, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Deuces.
So long. God, that long just butchered it. Wow.
Yeah. Jeez, dude.
I'm sorry.